What's up guys and welcome back. Today in this video we're going to be talking about a TV series. That's something I've not actually done on this channel for quite some time, and the TV series in question is going to be True Detective Season 3. Now, I've never really covered this on the channel, but I actually really loved the first season of True Detective. It was one of my favourite shows of the year that it came out. Everyone knows what happened with the first season being so successful, and it kind of bombed in the second season. Now, I did really like the second season, a lot different to the first one, and I think that's why it lost a lot of traction with a lot of viewers, and because it had such like a different tone, and there was just too many characters and plot lines which didn't get sold until like the last minute. The show actually took quite a big break after that, and a lot of people thought that we might never get another season. When we started to get some news that there was actually going to be a season 3, I started to get a little bit more excited because, like I said, I did enjoy season 2, and if they were going to learn from the mistakes from that one and make it even better than the second one, make it more like the first season, and I was going to be down for that. And obviously when I heard the casting of Mahershala Ali, that's how you pronounce his name, I just knew it was going to be winning already. So the basic premise of season 3 is we have Mahershala Ali's character as Wayne Hayes and Stephen Dorff playing his partner detective of Roland West. It's set in the Ozarks, which is like the Arkansas, like Missouri sort of area of the United States. Season 3 focuses on the disappearance of Julie and Will Purcell, two children, in 1980. Now this season, like the first season, takes place over different time periods. Now this is the first season that's taken 3 time periods at once. We have 1980 when the children go missing, we have 1990, and then 2015. Obviously with this spanning over 35 years, we see the characters in a lot of different ages. So we see a young detective become like a mature detective to an old retired man, which was really cool. And I've got to say, Mahershala Ali just killed it in the role of the old Wayne Hayes. Like, he looked like an old man. The makeup on him was incredible, and just his whole like mannerisms and the way he was talking, everything, just, you would not be able to tell that was not an old man if you did not know who the actor was already. I've got to give props to Stephen Dorff here as well. He's not really in that much these days. I think the last thing I actually saw him in was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sort of prequel, Leatherface, where everyone remembers him from Blade as the villain of Deacon Frost. So when you have someone like Mahershala Ali who's winning all his awards, he's in all these great things, and he's just winning awards for his acting skills, and you have someone like Stephen Dorff who's on the same scene as him, he definitely goes toe to toe with him, and I think does a great performance in the season. It's probably one of the best acting roles I've seen him in. With this being set in the Ozarks, more of like the countryside rather than the city of LA like season 2, we do get this more creepy vibe that's going on, and the tone of this one is much more like season 1, which was some of the best like atmosphere I've seen in the show. Directing, camera work and editing all worked really well in this season. Like, that's the sort of thing that sets this show above any other crime series in my opinion. You come for the story, the characters and the mystery, but like what sets it apart is just the stylish look of the show and how they just do certain things. Like, everyone remembers the one-shot take from season 1, which just looked amazing. Unfortunately we didn't get anything as creative in this season like that, but we definitely got some new sort of camera techniques that we hadn't seen in the previous seasons. Now, one of the big plot devices in this season is the fact that Wayne Hayes in his older age is starting to show signs of like dementia and Alzheimer's, so his memory is not all it's cracked up to be anymore. I think that is one of the biggest themes in the show, is just his fragmented memory, and he has a camera crew coming in who are trying to get more information out of him about the case from the previous 30 years. And the way the show is told to us is in this sort of fragmented sense, with it going between 1980, 90 and 2015 all of the time. We're basically getting the same perspective of what Wayne is getting as he's sort of remembering these parts of the crime story. So I thought that was a really nice touch, and it added a lot more layer to the story and just how you were seeing these scenes, and it added a lot more like interest into the character of Wayne in his older age and how he was processing everything that was going on with like new developments in the case that he's just found out about. The Vietnam War, while not being so prevalent in the show, seems to be a big thing that's going on in the background. The war is over, but you can tell that the effects of the war have affected like a lot of people in the show, particularly Wayne Hayes, and I think all of the things thematically that happen in this season kind of all go back to Wayne Hayes' past in the war and the ghosts that still haunt him from the war. And I think that really controls the way he thinks, whether it's to do with like his wife or his partner, or just like other characters in the show who have some history with the war themselves. While a lot of the show is about the mystery, and I was definitely hooked on the mystery, the show is more about the characters, and that is with the title True Detective. It's not called True Crime Story, so I think a lot of people may be disappointed with the revelations of the story because it focuses more on the characters' interactions with it rather than it being like a huge mystery to be solved. So I can see the finale of this being very divisive, it was a lot to take in for me at first, but I think after thinking about it, I did really enjoy it, and it makes you think about what's going to happen next, and just it makes you think about all the questions. They leave a lot of questions behind, and I know to some people that might not be very satisfying. It definitely keeps you talking about the show and gives you enough answers to be satisfied, but also to have these lingering things in the background that are still a mystery to be solved for yourself. I think Scoot McNairy, who played Tom Purcell, the father of the missing children, did a great job in this as well. He played this the part of a broken, sort of alcoholic, angry man, and just his performance was awesome as well. I feel like True Detective is at its best when it's at its darkest, and this show definitely had some dark avenues it was going down. It was teasing these dark avenues. I just feel like it would have been a lot more satisfying for me personally if they did go into the more darker side of things, and just how season 1 did more, because that was a very dark season, and I love that. It was hard to watch at points, and season 3 had that, but I suppose it's all about the way you look at it and the way the things are revealed. So this review has been off the top of my head. I really enjoyed season 3, and I think you should all check it out, especially if you watched the first season and never checked out the second season, or you were disappointed by the second season. I think it's definitely worth checking out season 3 for the performances alone, because I think most characters in this killed it in the role. I think one of the best things to take away from season 3 is the fact that it's basically revived the series. After season 2, no one really knew what was going to happen with the show, and I think it's been doing pretty successful this season, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next season. I'm hoping we're going to get season 4, and my hopes are that they go very dark and maybe even link it into some of the early seasons, like with the Carcosa and the Yellow King stuff, because that personally would be very interesting for me. And if we got to see a cameo of Matthew McConaughey's character Russ Cole, then I would definitely be up for that too. There's so much to talk about, but like I said, I haven't really made any notes on this. I'm talking strictly from my head, and I've only seen the episodes once, so this is just me talking off my head. But I really enjoyed this season. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section, and I guess I will see you guys in my next video.